idea that these families may never be reunited because there was no tracking process. And, you know, the dehumanizing language that he used to describe them, he was talking about infestation of migrants. He's frequently suggested that there's a connection between immigration and crime rates. And you know, this is how it happens. And people who know how it happens are Jewish communities who, you know, do spend time trying to keep us aware of how not just the Holocaust happened, but of course other genocides. You think of something like Rwanda. Of course there's a process of dehumanizing people before you can do terrible things to them. And so I think this is a very important warning from the right place. People get annoyed with drawing these historical comparisons, you know, saying, well, not everything is fascism, not everything is the Nazis. And I agree with that, but I also think there is a usefulness in understanding how these things happen. It is a process, you know, fascism and genocides and this inhumane treatment of people doesn't come at once, you know, it's incremental, and we are on that track.
And we saw that, you know, with President Trump during the campaign, about where he talked about Mexicans as rapists and drug addicts, you know, that clearly there is a sense that he loves creating these fights, and that's ultimately one of the biggest problems with this, that you've seen from people across the political spectrum in the US, from, you know, the president's wife, to Democrats, to Republicans, say this is not how we should be doing. You know, the United States has...
The administration is aware of that because it's pulled back on the separation of migrants and...
Slightly, but the key point is they've had the row about it, and to a lot of people who voted for Donald Trump and are in his core base, this is what they actually approve of this. And this is the problem with populism, is that essentially if you just follow people's worst instincts, then you end up in a place like this. So I think it's very important you do get these things, and just remember, this is not normal. Like, you know, that in these crazy times, these things happen, you're like, oh, that's just what you expect they're doing. You know, we had the Muslim travel ban, now we've got this. Where the fact is, this is really, speaking about people like this, is just not acceptable.
Sebastian, let's say with President Trump, I mean, he features in the Mail because